Hello everybody, this is Brian James Productions, and I'm making you a video on Recipe for Disaster. Now, in this Evil Dave part really had me going. I was really frustrated with it, and I really just want to show you guys how to do it. You need two quest requirements. You need a cat, so you need to do Gertrude's cat, and you need I think you need to complete one other quest, but you can let me just look at this. It is... Oh, geez. I am sorry. Where is it? I don't even know. Let's just put it at that. Okay, you can look up what ones it is, but you definitely need a cat, and you need tons of stews. You're just bearing like 20 stews, like 21 stews or something. And then what you need to do is you need to go to Edgeville. So let's do that. So let's go to Edgeville. Use your lodestone. Just go to Edgeville. Let's go to Edgeville. Come on, guys. Go to Edgeville. And so what you need to do is, I got really frustrated finding out how to actually get the spices right. And this is a really in-depth guide, so anyone that's having trouble with it, this should explain it very clearly. So in this, Evil Dave needs a stew that is evil, and it is made out of red spice, yellow spice, brown spice, and orange spice, which can be gotten from killing these hell rats in his basement. So, and then there's this whole pre-quest to it, like you need to tuck the doors and all that crap. But once you get to the spice killing part, you drop your cat and you make it chase vermin by interacting with it, and little kittens, they have a 5% chance of catching these little hell rats. Big, like, grown cats have 50% chance, and overgrown cats have no chance. So make sure you have a cat or a kitten. I used a kitten, and it took me a really long time. But what you got to remember is, you have more than 4 spice. You can have like 20 spices in here. They just can't be 4 of the same type. So this might be a bit confusing, but what you need to do is, let's say you wanted to test out brown spice first. So you got a container of brown spice that was in 4. You got like 2 containers. You would put 1 container into the stew, and you'd use it on Evil Dave, and he'd be like, "Oh no, that isn't right." And then you'd go, and then you'd drop the bowl, and then you'd get another stew, and you put 2 spices, 2 spices of brown in there, and you'd talk to Evil Dave, and he said, "That's just right. That one of the ingredients is right, but all the rest are wrong." That's what he said. That's what he should say. So you would take a piece of paper, and you'd write down 2 brown spices. So that means it needs 2 brown spices. He says, since you have 2 brown spices in there and you used it on them, and he said one of the ingredients is right, that means 2 brown spices is right. So you write that down, and you do the same thing for red. So let's say you put 3 brown spices into a bowl, and you gave it to him. And he said one ingredient is right, but all the rest are wrong. That means you need 2 brown spices and 3 red spices. And then you did the same for yellow. Let's say you got 1 yellow and 2 orange. So 2 brown, 3 red, 1 yellow, and 2 orange. You would put you'd write this down. You'd write down 2 brown, 1 orange, 3 yellow, or something like that. You'd write it down. And then you'd put all the spices into the bowl. Again, the stew can have more than 4 spices. So don't worry how much you put in. And then you give it to him, and he'll say it's right. And then you'll say, "Don't eat it all." And then you give the rest to the frozen dude. So let's just go over that again. Okay? You catch a hell rat, and let's say you got 8 piles of brown spice. You got 2 containers of 4. So you put 1. You'd do experiments, like trial and error. It's a big trial and error game. And what you would do is, you get 1 brown spice, you put it in a bowl, you test it. He says it's wrong. You put 2 brown spice in a bowl, he says it's wrong. You put 3 brown spice in a bowl, he says it's 1 ingredient is right, but the rest are wrong. That means you need 3 brown spices in your finishing stew. You'd write that down, and you'd do the same exact thing for red, yellow, and orange. And then you'd write all that down. You'd have all the numbers. So, for example, if you had 3 red spice, 2 yellow spice, 1 orange spice, 3 brown spice, that means, and then you'd put all of those spices into a bowl. So you can see how much spice is needed and how much kitten power is needed, but it does take a while. But that should really help you guys. So I hope this helped. Hope this in-depth guide helped. And I really hope you can get it right. Unfortunately, it took me like 4 hours to do. So have fun with that. Okay. Bye. This has been Brian James Pro.